Hey, what's up, Midwest Sports? Hey, what's up, Midwest Sport? I'm just waiting for my guest right now. Midwest Sports, is this your favorite channel? Hmm? Midwest.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, Eric, what's up?
Oh, not much. Not much. I just finally got home.
Perfect, because we just went live.
Perfect. So yeah. So, anyways, that new Star Wars trailer. What did you think?
Okay, so let's wait. Before we get to the trailer, let's talk about the title.
Yeah, the title.
Title is one of the worst titles I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the title I was expecting. I personally thought it was gonna be like a shorter title.
I mean,
But
Batman went with that title too, and I didn't like when they did it. So why would
yeah, and also like with like the Planet of the Apes reboot and Fantastic Four, it's like, Rise is just starting to become a very, very cliche subtitle thing. It's like, it's like, yeah, at first it sounds cool and all, but after a while it just gets really, really old.
Right. But the trailer itself, I actually really liked it.
I did too. As far as the subtitle, I mean, I'm sure it has meaning. I think that maybe that they're indicating that maybe, I mean, something about Luke, or maybe that Rey is actually related to Luke somehow.
Yeah.
Expecting
Yeah.
to hear Hepper Palpatine's laugh.
Yeah. That was pretty awesome that we heard his laugh. But my only question is, how is he still alive? Unless is he a Force ghost? And I didn't know that Sith lords get.
Right, and unless if he survived, but I don't know how in the hell he survived that. And one complaint that I have, even though I'm a huge fan and I would love to see Emperor Palpatine back, but just the issue is, I just think that just kind of takes away some of the impact of, of Return of the Jedi, about when Darth Vader
Mhm.
defeated him. So that's one issue that I have. But I mean, we don't really know as to like what exact capacity is Emperor Palpatine. As far as his role in the new movie.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I really hope that I like that Palpatine is back, but I wish we learned more about Snoke.
right, and I think that maybe that they did that is because they were like, oh shit, well, we killed off Snoke, so how we make up for it? Oh, let's bring back Palpatine, which people were pretty much saying that Snoke pretty much was the new
But
Palpatine.
How
Anyway.
was he? But like, where did he come from? How was he Palpatine? Like,
Right,
what?
exactly, and that was one issue that I had was when they killed him. And granted, they killed him in a cool way, but we still didn't get to know all that much about him. It's like,
I'm very upset only because J.J. Abrams didn't do the last film, and I felt like if he did the last film, it would have made more sense. He wouldn't have done things how Ryan Johnson did. I feel like Ryan Johnson messed up um, the movie because now they have to retcon. They're pretty much going to forget. What I hear from J.J. Abrams, he's pretty much going to forget whatever happened in Episode 7. He himself called out Ryan Johnson, said it was a terrible movie, and I don't know what happened. Was it like negotiations fell through? Is that why they went with Ryan Johnson, or what?
from my understanding, it was just that J.J. Abrams just wanted to, keep it fresh and let somebody else do it. But I think that was his biggest mistake that he made. It's because of that is why that we got, the Ryan Johnson Episode 8. And I just, like you said, I really wish that he would have done Episode 8.
Yeah, I would love to hear. I would love to hear what the chat thought about Ryan Johnson being the director for the Star Wars. I thought it was, you know what I'm so upset about is that I saw that Ryan Johnson is linked to another Star Wars project, and
I saw that. So Kathleen Kennedy liked working with Ryan Johnson so much that she hired him to do another trilogy.
Oh my God!
Oh, please no, please
No.
heaven no. Oh please God, stop that. It's like, no, please no.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'd rather let Michael Bay do it than this guy.
Heck,
At least I'll get some explosions or something.
I mean, heck, I can't believe I'm saying this. I would rather have you Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's really saying a lot once you said you'd rather have you Bowl do it.
Definitely. That guy is the worst, like, video games director. So, yeah, my question is like, we knew it. We knew that if J.J. Abrams did it again, it would be correct. And so my question to you is, do you think this will be the best one in the franchise? Because I think this will be the best one. Usually the third or the second is the best one.
Well, I do have faith it'll be better than Episode 8. But
yeah.
I mean,
that's pretty simple.
But yeah, I think that they might try to make it more original than Force Awakens, but I think that they might try to have it, well, in a sense, be like Episode 8, only in the sense to have it be more original.
Right.
But in the sense of Episode 7, make it entertaining and fun to watch, and so I think that they might try to do a mix of them both, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
I mean, they might do that, but I don't know. But they also will have to answer, okay, so at the very end of episode 8, who in the hell was that kid?
I don't know. Does this also mean that Luke Skywalker is not dead?
I sure hope that he's not dead, because personally, I was kind of pissed with how they quote unquote killed him off in episode 8. It's like,
I mean, this is the most iconic guy. And you know what's funny about Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, was that he said this was one of his least favorite movies that he's ever done.
And also, Mark Hamill even went on to say that even though that he highly disagreed with everything Rian Johnson did, all the choices he made, he, at the same time, though, he also still wanted to do the best that he could, which goes to show just how professional he is.
Yeah, he's professional, but I wish Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill would have been like, no, you need to edit some of this because this is bad. I mean, the way he died was horrible. And not only the way he died, just like the whole movie. Luke Skywalker was kind of annoying the whole movie because he went through that like cliche where I'm not going to teach you or whatever. Hey, Damien, what's up, man? We're talking Star Wars right now. We just saw the trailer.
We're talking episode 9, and we are.
But we're kind of ranting on episode 8 before we get there.
Which, yeah. But yeah, I do kind of feel like a hypocrite. It's because I do own episode 8, even though I don't like it. But
well, that's not a hypocrite because some people, they buy these movies just so they could own all of them.
But yeah, it's just honestly, I've only watched it just for like the special features. I just wanted to hear, okay, what in the hell do the filmmakers have to say about all this?
I don't know. What I hear is J.J. Abrams hated the movie, and he was upset he was not given the chance to do it. And honestly, I agree with him because if you let a guy start a trilogy, let him finish it because, I mean, Force Awakens was good. Why is Lando back? Why is Lando back? That is a good question. I have no idea.
Why is he back?
Fan service.
I just hope to God that they don't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
They better not.
You never know, but I have faith in J.J. Abrams that he won't do that. J.J. Abrams, actually, the funny thing is he's one of my favorite directors in the sense that he made Star Trek pretty interesting. And I was never really a big Star Trek fan, but the first Star Trek film, I liked it with Chris Pine and all that.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I haven't really ever been that much of a Star Trek fan, but
me neither.
Although I do have some appreciation for it, it's because the fact that if it wasn't for Star Trek, we wouldn't have ever had the famous Michael Myers mask. Yeah,
true. We wouldn't even have that. And I feel like Star Wars probably took some stuff from Star Trek because Star Trek is older.
Right. Probably, yeah. But at the same time, though, it also did still make it its own thing.
Yeah. So I was very upset. Let me start over. I was very happy when Rian Johnson was chosen at first because he did Looper, and I liked that movie. I thought it was really good. I got very upset once I saw the trailer, and then once I saw the movie, it got even worse. My question is, how the hell did he survive the explosion? That's a good question. I hope they explain that in this next movie, but I don't know if they will. I think they'll just show you Lando himself.
I am just kind of curious. So, how do you think that they're gonna retcon it? Do you think that they're gonna do that like by time travel or something? Like,
all I know for sure is that he said himself, J.J. Abrams said himself in the article that he's going to retcon episode 8. So that means that Snoke could possibly still be alive, and maybe he was Palpatine this whole time. I don't know. We'll find out more questions with more trailers and when you watch the movie, actually.
Right, and I kind of would know when I actually see the movie itself. I mean, granted, will I have to wait? Yeah, but I think it will be worth it.
I thought the trailer was very good. I think Rey is very good. Like, people always say a woman shouldn't be a Jedi, but I think she's amazing, and I think that her acting is pretty good in the movie. And I I like Finn a lot. I think he's a cool character. I like a lot of the cast. I have no problem with the
Well,
cast.
I do too. And yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that. To go off topic,
Yeah.
John Ferrer actually said that he thinks that the guy who plays Poe, he actually thinks like that he would actually would make a great Batman.
Yeah. I heard Poe, but I don't really think
He
I
has
would.
he has the look, but
He's a little too old for Batman, isn't he? Because
and especially if they're trying to go for like a younger version.
that's the problem. Yeah, for me, they're trying to go younger. So that's the only reason why I would go against him. Why not premiere the movie on May 4th? Star Wars is okay. Star Wars always came out during Christmas time. This is something about Star Wars that like it's just been a tradition that it comes out during December. Every Star Wars movie, if you go back, always came out during that time. Well, usually around that time.
I think
Like recently.
I know the episode 3 came out in May.
Oh, that was different, yeah. That was episode 3.
And I can't really remember about episodes 2 and 1. I can't remember if
well, I'm saying traditionally for the past 2-3 years, it's been like that.
Right, yeah. And, I personally don't have a problem with that at all. And I also think that maybe it's a good idea anyways because of the fact that Star Wars makes so much money during this time.
I know why he's asking that because May 4th is like, Star Wars Day.
I know that.
But honestly, Christmas is the time that they like to usually launch these movies.
Which I can understand why.
They don't want to put it in May because then it has to go against Avengers and all these other superhero movies. And yeah.
Which I think that maybe that's what hurt Solo. I think that maybe that they're too confident in it. And the fact that, they spent so much money on reshoots, getting a new director and all that. And the fact that it came out so soon after all the backlash from Last Jedi.
So wait, going back to Solo for just a second. What was your thoughts on Solo overall?
I haven't seen the Han Solo movie, to be honest with you. It's just it's just that the movie just didn't look that very interesting to me. I know I just always had that feeling that something is off about this movie, and it's just it just felt forced. I mean, from the get-go, and all of the reviews of it, they all said it was okay. But yeah, it's just I haven't seen it. I mean, that was actually the first Star Wars movie I haven't seen in theaters ever since Episode 2.
So we're getting Star Wars 9 this Christmas and Star Wars 10. No, there's no Star Wars 10. Hey, Goose, what's up? We're talking Star Wars right now. There's no Star Wars 10. This is the end of the trilogy. Oh, look, my secretary is here. Yeah. What are you saying, Eric?
So, I know that they canceled a lot of the spin-off movies. Like, they're going to do Obi-Wan with Ewan McGregor. That was actually one that fans would actually want to see, and not a Han Solo movie. Nobody wanted a Han Solo movie.
Obi-Wan's more interesting. He has more of a backstory, and we want to know more where he came from.
Right.
Han Solo is more interesting when he's older because he's just like a rebel. I mean,
right.
I saw the Han Solo movie. It wasn't good. I'll be honest with you, Eric. So the fact that you skipped it, you probably did yourself a favor.
Yeah, and and that's why I've been kind of reluctant about watching it. It's just, it's just.
But it's Star Wars, so at the end you have to watch it.
Yeah, I know it's on Redbox, and I also have been meaning to see Venom. It's just, Venom just turned me off by all the bad reviews and the PG-13 rating and.
Right. But you eventually gonna watch Venom.
Yeah, I will eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of Lando being back though? In the movie.
I think it's cool by the fact that we're actually going to get Billy D. Williams back.
Yeah, I'm surprised. And the funny thing is, he still looks like the same age. Like, he didn't look like he aged, in my opinion.
Right. And, but yeah, like I said, I just hope that they don't kill him. And I mean, maybe, I mean, with this new trilogy, it just seems like that's been like the new tradition. Like, oh, bring back Han Solo and kill him. Oh, bring back Luke and kill him.
It's called the what? Wait, time out. What's called the final chapter? And the secretary said he's Eric, and he said hi to you, Eric. And
Hello.
Papi Chulo, what's up?
But yeah, I think it's interesting how they're going to use Carrie Fisher, about how that they're going to use unused footage from the Force Awakens.
Yeah. See, this is my problem. If you do a Star Wars film, I want you to stay all the way around, because it's like Lord of the Rings. Could you imagine if they like got rid of Peter Jackson and put somebody else in, and then yeah, it wouldn't work, right? So that's why Episode 8 wasn't good, and also the fact that like they rushed it. They rushed Episode 8 for us. JJ. Yeah, I was happy. I felt like J.J. Abrams, when he brought back. Okay, so J.J. Abrams, he's a big Star Wars fan. I don't think Ryan Johnson is on the same level as J.J. Abrams when it comes.
I don't think that he is, and I think that really hurt the movie. It's like, kind of like how you felt about Ryan Johnson. I was excited for Ryan Johnson just because the fact that he did Looper, and that was a great movie. But it only goes to show that just because you did a good movie, it's not automatically gonna qualify to do a franchise movie.
I agree with you. Looper was good, but it's not on a Star Wars scale. There's a huge fan base. There's a huge storyline. We depend on these movies. Somebody said Star Wars. What is Star Wars 10? I don't know what that is. I didn't think there was a 10 yet.
Well, they probably will do another trilogy, but I think that if they do it,
it's starting new characters and everything.
It's like you can at least wait 10 years.
No, but like, who would even want to attempt to direct Star Wars 10? Like,
I'm sure that there's somebody, but I mean, those are pretty big shoes to fill. I mean, heck, J.J. Abrams probably J.J. Abrams actually at first he actually said no to directing Episode 7.
Yeah,
but then he changed his mind.
Well, J.J. Abrams, if you ever seen him and you see his interviews and stuff, he knows Star Wars. Someone will. I know someone will, but will they be prepared? Will they be like J.J. Abrams? Like everybody, there are people that I know. Okay, Force Awakens, I've seen a split opinion on this. Some people love it, some people hate it. For me, I liked it, And J.J. Abrams, he did his homework when it came to Star Wars. Like, he knew it. The next person that comes in, I don't know if they will know everything. And how would they continue? They would have to create new characters, and it just becomes fuzzy. Like, I think it's just fine leaving it at Star Wars Episode 9, and that's it.
I think what they could do if they wanted, they could base it off of some of the books or video games. Maybe they could base it off of the Old Republic, or maybe, what I think would be cool is if they made like a Star Wars Battlefront movie.
From the game?
Maybe.
Star Wars 10 is going to be called Star Wars no, but that's not the same thing. That's a separate thing. Jedi Fallen Order, that's something else.
I even heard like even Jon Favreau is going to be doing like a Netflix series.
Okay, I'm going to say something about Jon Favreau. I love this guy. Seen a lot of his movies. He's done a lot of good work. But he's getting me annoyed because he keeps doing these remakes. Like,
The Lion King, it's like, that one's going to be really, really hard to pull off.
Milky Barker, this is not the first time we've done a movie chat with Eric. So this is not the first time I've done multiple chats. But the thing, okay, so going back, before we get to Lion King, I just want to say something about Star Wars. The next, I really hope there is no next trilogy. If anything, I would want a prequel. That's it. Like, or maybe separate movies, like you said, like an Obi-Wan movie. That's fine. But I don't want any more, because then you're going to have to figure out, because Star Wars is like a family thing. So you would have to figure out who is Rey related to next, or whoever the next Star Wars Jedi would be.
But yeah, I don't know where they could go anyway. I mean, if we see the new movie, then we may or may not know. But yeah, I'm just really curious as to how Palpatine is back.
I think it's a Force ghost. That's the only way I could see it.
But I
Or
thought
maybe
the
he
Force
was.
ghosts are only for Jedi's, not the Sith. Unless if he was once a Jedi, if that can work.
But the thing is, most Siths or Jedi's before, so it's possible. I mean, think about it. Darth Vader was a Jedi before he was a
Uh
Sith,
huh.
and then when he died, he became back as a Jedi.
Hmm.
James says, "Hey, hi, James, what's up? I wonder if they do another Star Wars." No, they can't because she's literally dead. Like this is the last time we'll see Princess Leia.
Unfortunately, it will. Which that oh okay, that part where they pulled the Mary Poppins on
Oh
Leia,
my God, Eric, that was one of my most hated scenes in that Star
that
Wars
was so
movie.
cringy. And
No,
it's like, okay, this is one of her last movies, and the
yeah,
best you can do is have her float like Mary Poppins.
honestly, like they should have just killed her there.
And I thought that she actually was going to die.
I thought she was too.
Oh
I was
man.
like, okay, this makes sense. She dies this way, sacrificing herself or whatever. Next thing you know, she Mary Poppins herself back on the ship.
Oh my lord. But yeah,
Oh, I have a question. So, do you think that Rey is a Skywalker? Is that what that means?
I
Right?
I definitely do. People were pissed about the whole part where Kylo Ren said that her parents were nobodies. I think that they could easily retcon that, like by saying that Kylo Ren lied.
Yeah. Or maybe
And
they're twins. My theory is that they're twins, and that maybe she's related. She's Kylo Ren's sister. That
I haven't ever thought of that one, but that would make sense. Or maybe
I mean, think about it. Okay, the reason I say that is because Luke and Leia were twins, and they didn't know
mhm.
about each other.
And then the same thing for Kylo and
I mean,
Rey.
that's
I
just
never thought of that.
it's just a theory. Like I don't know for sure, obviously.
Right.
I'm just trying to come up with something like where would she come from? I don't know.
But yeah, maybe she's Luke's granddaughter, maybe she's actually Luke's daughter. It's just that, there were like some hints in episode 7 about how like that she had some relation to Luke, about all of like those flashbacks that she got.
Yeah. This guy says series ends with Sith winning. I doubt that. Siths never win. They do good, but they never win. DC doing another movie called The Swamp Thing. I had no idea about that.
But yeah, they've been trying to do a Swamp Thing movie for a while now.
Really? Yeah, I feel like every time they try to do it, it just doesn't go anywhere. Like,
Kind it's
you know what
it's kind of
movie?
like
What movie pissed me off? Halloween 3D because I thought it was gonna happen. There were a lot
I
of
did
talks.
too.
Huh?
I did too, and
Yeah, there were a lot of talks, and I had made videos. And you know what's funny? Out of all my videos, that's the one that has probably the most views. Is that Halloween 3D?
yeah, same here. And what's funny is that a lot of my subscribers, they actually found me because of my videos about Halloween 3D, and then we waited for so many years and it never happened. And even
I'm so against 3D, but I would love to see a Halloween 3D if they did it properly.
right,
Yeah.
and I mean, even before then, after Resurrection, about how they're gonna do a Halloween 9. I remember back then I was so excited for a Halloween 9. Well, it technically did happen with Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Right, right. Um, yeah, what I liked about the trailer though was that it was Luke talking, and the next thing you know, it went to Palpatine. But my question is, does Palpatine come back and talk to Kylo Ren, or what's his purpose in this movie?
That's what I wonder too. I mean, of course, of course, if you go on YouTube, you'll find a bunch of fan theories.
Yeah.
But the thing about fan theories, we need to be careful and like to not say, "Oh yeah, this fan theory for sure is going to be
Oh
true."
yeah,
It's because
definitely.
that there are some fans who were convinced that Kylo Ren was actually Luke Skywalker.
What?
Yeah,
How would he
and
fight himself? That makes no sense.
Well, it was because of how in episode 6 about how Luke almost went to the dark side. It was because of how about how he cut off Darth Vader's
Yeah,
hand
but we
and
saw that Darth Vader threw Palpatine, and then
Mhm.
if that happens, there's no more dark side because Darth Vader dies too. And when Darth Vader dies, he actually comes back as a Force ghost, but he comes back as a good guy at the end of the movie.
And there also was this other fan theory that Jar Jar Binks was Kylo Ren.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and about Jar Jar Binks, okay? I honestly don't have the heart to hate on Jar Jar Binks anymore. It's because of the fact I actually saw this documentary.
Oh yeah, you told me about the actor, right? He got a lot of hate and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, he got so much hate that he tried to commit suicide. It's like, okay,
Yeah, that's another level right there. When people hate on a guy so much, it makes them want to kill themselves.
But yeah, it's like for crying out loud, like he was just doing his job. It wasn't like he's a bad person all because that he played a character.
What the hell is up with the new robot? Like, who was dumb enough to create that? Yeah, the new robot, I don't like how he looks, to be honest, either.
Yeah, about robots I don't like. So have you seen I'm assuming that you have seen Aquaman, right?
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, one of like the bad guy's suits, he kind of looked like an insect. He kind of looked like an ant. I mean, his costume looked kind of one of the costumes looked kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, that was
his suit was kind of silly.
I liked Aquaman so much that I just ignored that.
Right, yeah, and I mean, that's only a very minor complaint that I have.
But if going back to what James said, he says series ends with Sith 1. If that was the case, that would be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that would last. Like somebody would make a movie because the good guy always wins in movies. That's just the thing,
Well, technically in Infinity War, Thanos won.
Yeah, but they're making another one. It's not over.
Right, and therefore technically he didn't really win.
That's like Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back, the bad guy wins, but then they make Return of the Jedi and Luke comes and wins,
Right, and
So what is your final thoughts on Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, which I hate saying?
The title sounds very cliche.
Yeah.
Sure it has some relevance, but I am excited that J.J. Abrams is back. I mean, my enthusiasm for it is still a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna try not to have my hopes. I'm gonna try not to get too hyped. It's because of Episode 8. But I'm sure.
Yeah, but he's retconning it, Eric.
I know that. It's just that it just kind of.
If it was it could have been anybody else, but the fact that it's J.J. Abrams, I'm excited, and the fact that
I am happy.
The trailer looked really good. I like how they shot Rey. She looked really badass, and I liked the laugh. I liked a lot of stuff. That's just the beginning. Hey, what's up, Brendan Rogers? We're talking Star Wars. We're about to finish up, and then we're gonna go to Lion King. But I just want to get final thoughts on this.
But yeah, I'm excited for the movie, but I'm gonna try not to get too hyped. I'm gonna be careful with my expectations. I do hope that they will redeem how they did Luke Skywalker justice, and
I hope he's still alive somehow. Like he just all fake.
But yeah,
I think Luke Skywalker is in this film. I know you hear his voice, so maybe he comes back as a Force ghost, or I don't know how.
Yeah,
but, yeah,
he is in it. And, I do think it would be kind of cool if we saw Han Solo again in some capacity, but I'm pretty certain that Harrison Ford is done now.
Yeah, Harrison Ford is done, and his character is dead, and he's not a Jedi, so he can't come back as a Force ghost. So I don't know how he would come back unless he came back like in a vision or something. That's the only way.
But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I'm very excited. I normally would not be very excited, but because if it was Ryan Johnson, I wouldn't even probably watch the movie. But the fact that it is J.J. Abrams, I have a lot of faith in him because he gave me a good Star Wars movie and he gave me a good Star Trek movie. J.J. Abrams is one of my favorite directors when it comes to this stuff because I know he studies, I know he cares, and I'm really looking forward to it only because he's doing it. Like I said, if anybody else was doing it, I probably wouldn't care. This guy says, stupid name, stupid robot, and that's all I'm going to say about Star Wars 9-0. And how the hell did Lando survive? Lando surviving is not that crazy. People have survived explosions. People have survived way crazier stuff in Star Wars. Anything is possible. See you later, Secretary.
But yeah, now The Lion King. So what'd you think of the trailer?
Oh my God, I did not like the trailer.
I really don't like Scar's new voice.
That's okay. See, that's the biggest thing because Jeremy Irons' Scar, his voice is so iconic. Then they replaced it with this guy, and I like this guy. I think he's good. But
yeah, I think he's a good actor, but he's
a good actor.
Miscast.
Yeah, miscasted for the role. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's like if you're not going to bring back Jeremy Irons, you could at least bring in Charles Dance from Game of Thrones, or you could even bring in Tom Hiddleston.
Oh yeah, he would have been good.
Yeah, it's like you at least could have went with them, but Jeremy Irons is irreplaceable as Scar, and it's just not the same. And Scar now, he doesn't sound as evil anymore. He doesn't sound as intimidating anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's just that Jeremy Irons, he just has just such a unique voice.
See, this isn't. Yeah, and another problem is like you can do
don't like his new look either.
That's what I was gonna say. You can do live action, but I don't like the look. I don't like the look of the live action animals in this movie. I think it was perfect the way it was. Like I just don't see why they need to do this. Besides making money.
And it's just the fact that, and what's stupid is that there actually are some lions out there that actually do kind of look like Scar, about how they have the darker mane and like the the darker brown fur. So it's like,
yeah.
And they're trying to make it realistic. It's a movie about talking lions. It's already not even realistic anyway. But
and I like Seth Rogen, but I don't want him to be Pumbaa. I don't know.
I mean, he could do the voice, but he just can't sing. It's like you can at least dub somebody for a singing voice. And the fact that I actually heard that during the production of the movie.
Hold on. This guy said he loves the new Lion King. I just wish they used the same voices. But if they're going to use the same voices, then what's the point? That's just the same movie, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see the point to the movie, but it's, I think that the two people, the two people who they could have gone away with bringing back is James Earl Jones and also Jeremy Irons. That's it.
Plus, there's no point, honestly, there's no point of doing a shot-for-shot remake.
That's one issue that I have, is that this seems like a shot-for-shot.
Exactly. Remake. No, they said Aladdin and Lion King are shot-for-shot remakes, and nothing's going to be different. So what's the point? It's already perfect. You're not going to make it any better, so why are you making me watch this film?
I mean, it's pretty much the Gus Van Sant Psycho remake all over again. It's like, didn't we learn that you don't do a shot-for-shot remake? And it's like, and Jon Favreau said that, all I have to do the Lion King justice is because of how beloved it is. Well, okay, if it's that beloved, then just don't do a remake.
Okay, I have to ask you this, Eric. I know you love Simba. So what did you think about Donald Glover as the choice instead of Matthew Broderick?
Well, I haven't heard him talk as Simba yet. I think it's a very interesting choice. The thing about Simba is Simba's voice, it just has to have, it has to have like that kindness in the voice, like that sense of innocence and kindness in the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just, if you don't have that, then it's just not going to be the same anymore. And I mean, it'll be weird. I'm not going to expect him to sound exactly like Matthew Broderick. I think it's an interesting choice. He can sing, which is good, but it's just I just don't think that they needed to go with like an all African American cast. I mean, granted, I know like he takes place in Africa, but you only hear their voices.
This guy said, "Good thing Hunchback is not gonna be remade." Okay, I don't really care. See, if that movie was being remade, I wouldn't care. But Lion King is a classic. What's
Yeah,
up with this
Lion
block?
King is a
We're
lot more
talking about Lion
beloved.
King. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah,
What were
Lion
you
King is
saying,
a
Eric?
lot more. Yeah, Lion King is a lot more beloved than Hunchback of Notre Dame, and
Lion
so
King is probably Disney's best movie, one of their best movies ever made.
oh yeah, it is.
So the fact that they're like Lion King, Aladdin, these are the ones, and they're remaking both of them, and they don't need to. And I saw
They
the
don't need a
trailer.
remake.
Like if they added, they should have added something a little different than a shot-for-shot remake.
But yeah, and what's funny is that a friend of mine named Brandon, him and I both love The Lion King, and him and I would both always say, "Oh man, I sure hope that they aren't ever gonna do a remake of it." Well,
No,
and now they
Eric,
are.
I knew this would happen because Lion King has potential. I mean, even if it's okay, let's say Lion King is amazing, right? It's still not gonna be better than the original. So what's the
Right.
point?
It
I don't get it.
never
Like,
will.
I get what you're saying, Butcher's Block, but even if it's really good, it's not gonna be better than the original. And it's like I'd rather see Lion King in animated form than live so-called live action.
And it's just the fact that and I mean we have Lion King on Broadway and everything. It's like if it
We
ain't
do,
broken, don't fix it. And and the problem
Eric.
and the problem that I have is like that I like that when I state my criticism of the remake, I've had all these people saying, "Oh, well, give the movie a chance."
We
And
are. We're giving it a chance, but they said, look, they said it's a shot-for-shot remake. It's not like something we said. And then another thing is, I agree with you. You said it's done on Broadway. Both of those, Aladdin and Lion King, have been done on Broadway. There's no
right,
reason to do a live action. I have already seen, thank you, Sports Reaction. I have already seen both those films Broadway. It's not going to change. It's good to see in Broadway, but there's no reason to make a live action. Besides to
right.
make
It's
money.
just
It's
right.
only
It's
to make
just
money. That's the only reason they're doing this.
yeah. It's just people need to understand it's different when you adapt a movie to Broadway and when you actually do another movie version of it. I mean, they're two very different things, and yeah, I actually did see Aladdin on Broadway. I actually saw it at California Adventure, and I thought that the guy who they got to be the genie was hilarious. And
I bet you if you told John Favreau, okay, so the funny thing about John Favreau is like 10, 15 years ago, he was like a nobody, nothing really that big. He was just an actor. You lost your voice from the Yankees game. That's funny. So he was like a nobody. He was a low-level actor. That's all he was. But then he did Iron Man. He directed Iron Man. That's what really like fueled him.
right,
And he did a good job. I loved Iron Man, the first one. And I like John Favreau. I like the Jungle Book. I thought it was decent. But like they don't need like Jungle Book was okay because it was nothing special. The original was nothing like this. This is like a complete classic that they're redoing.
yeah. I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
this wait, time out.
Jungle Book
This guy
is
says,
beloved
hold on,
too,
wait,
but
Eric. This guy says, give the movie a chance. Hasn't even come out, and y'all are stomping on it. Like, no, like I said, it could be amazing, but it's not gonna be better than the animated one. And two, I honestly don't like how the tigers and the lions look in this movie. What's up, Cushman? Now go, Eric.
but yeah, I mean, like that we said, I mean, we, I mean, we're not saying that we want this movie to be bad.
We always want
I
it to
mean,
be
of course,
good. That's always the
we do.
case.
I mean, we don't ever want a movie to be
Yeah,
bad. It's just we just don't think it's necessary. I mean,
it's not necessary. Yeah.
the original, I mean, the original like has stood the test of time. I mean, the original is a classic. It's a masterpiece. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, granted, like that they did get Jon Favreau, who's a very talented director, to do it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be really, really, really hard to pull off.
Yeah, it's so funny that Favreau came this long way because Favreau was a comedian actor turned into director, and he did some good movies as a director, but nothing that I would say warrants
But now,
this.
but now the fact that Jon Favreau is now doing a movie that can either make his career go even further, or
Break it.
this remake can absolutely destroy his career. I mean,
The thing is
one wrong move, his career is bye-bye.
no, I understand Sports Reaction that we're streaming at the same time. But my question to you, Sports Reaction, this guy, Sports Reaction, he loves movies too. What do you think about Lion King being remade? I just don't think we need it. Like, we do not need this.
Don't.
And honestly, Disney could have spent their time doing other stuff. Why shouldn't classic movies be remade? Because they're classic. You want to remake stuff that are terrible. That's what I think. Like,
Right. I mean, like, say who could do like that. Say that you can make kill the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes into an actual good movie, or
I don't think that could be good regardless.
or maybe
Whoa, time out. Sports Reaction never saw The Lion King? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
What? That's shocking.
What? Oh no! Wait. Here's Here's a bad movie. What they can actually make good: Carnosaur.
Carnosaur, yeah.
Have you
No,
ever
but
seen that
I
movie
always
by
go.
Roger
Okay,
Corman.
yeah, my example is Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd, the original wasn't that good with Sylvester
Was
Stallone,
terrible.
but they remade it and they remade it perfectly. There's a couple of
But-
movies that they did that with. I have no problem with them remaking a shitty movie because even if it sucks, it sucked in the beginning. I was
Right, so
16 when it
that
came
big
out.
of a
Why would
deal,
I give?
But you're remaking a classic. I mean,
Eric, he said, why would he care about Lion King when he's 16?
well, I mean, the thing about Lion King, I mean,
I don't think it matters what age you are when you watch
right?
it.
It's like, Lion King is something like that appeals to everybody. I mean, it's not just for kids. I mean, Lion King is
It's
for
Hamlet.
everybody.
It's Hamlet with lions and tigers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no tigers.
Wait. Damien said, if that's the case, there should have never been a Batman. No, because those movies were improved upon. Because they got ridiculously dumb. They made multiple sequels of Batman. They got really stupid. And same with Superman. If you remember, Batman and Robin was one of the worst movies ever. And Superman...
that was terrible.
Yeah, Superman got stupid after the second one. So that's why, Damien. Lion King is a standalone film. They never made a sequel to it. And now they're remaking it shot for shot. They're not adding anything new. They're making the same movie and saying, here you go.
I mean, one of the few things that they changed, like that they just changed some of the hyenas' names and they changed some of their personalities. Okay.
But I mean, the story's the same. And
But yeah, it's like the thing about the hyenas, that's a very minor change, which I don't mind that change. Okay, fine. If they want to separate it from the original, okay, fine. But I mean, that's pretty minor.
Even Nightmare on Elm Street, I love Freddy Krueger, and I hate how they remade it. But I was looking forward to a remake just to see if another guy could do it. But it failed. But like, if it succeeded, I would have loved it.
But yeah, it's just I just really, really wish they would have brought back Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
what do you think the fact that they're doing a Jungle Book 2 also?
Well, Jon Favreau actually had to put Jungle Book onto the Jungle Book 2 on hold, so that he could do Lion King. And it's just that, by now, like that, the actor who played Mowgli in it is a little bit older now, and then they will be they'll be forced to work with that. So and then it probably will be about Mowgli being a little bit older now, and
yeah. No, I agree with you, Sports Reaction. Nightmare on Elm Street remake sucked. I rated it too high. It was really bad. This guy said, y'all hate the remake of The Twilight Zone. No, I don't. Twilight Zone's a show that works a little differently than a movie.
Right.
Like I said, they made one Lion King movie. It was perfect. You leave it alone. It's like Lord of the Rings. Should they remake Lord of the Rings now? Like, I mean, no, because it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, Lion King is so beloved to me. Like that, I even named my own dog after.
Yeah, which is always funny that a dog is named Simba.
Right, and it's funny. It's because of the fact that I named my dog after a cat.
Yeah. Twilight Zone, the movie was fun at times. Yeah, I have no problem with Twilight Zone.
Hey Simba. Hey Simba.
Exactly. Do not remake classics. This is the whole thing we're on right now. They're remaking Lion King, and honestly, I saw the trailer and I just was like, it didn't blow me away. So I was like, okay.
But yeah, just the thing about the remake, I can really tell like that they're relying on the nostalgia to get people in. And honestly, I think that people are going to be blinded by their judgment of the movie, because they're going to be blinded like by the nostalgia that they have for the original. And
they're doing it to make money. Like
they are. It's obvious.
It's one of those that like they don't care about the people. Okay, so this is the thing about remakes. Remakes, the reason they get made, they have a fan base already. So when you remake a movie, you can just show it and people will watch it. I guess. So I guess. Wait, the new Ghostbusters is not a remake. I think the new Ghostbusters.
It's a reboot.
Yeah, it's completely different. Anyway, they did mess up Ghostbusters also when they tried to add just a full female cast.
They did, and it wasn't bad just because they had females in it.
Oh yeah,
it was just a bad movie, and
it was a horrible movie just in general because of the
heck,
story.
If you want to make money off of Lion King so badly, just re-release it. I mean, back when Lion King was re-released in 3D, even though that's a movie people have seen already, even then it still was #1 at the box office. It still was.
Yeah, and the Ghostbusters movie that they're talking about is not a shot-for-shot remake. This is a shot-for-shot remake, which means they're lazy. They just want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remake, reboot equals. Exactly. We need new, fresh ideas. That's what I would like. I would like to see more fresh ideas from Hollywood. I wouldn't want to see the rehash of the same stuff.
Mouse, what's bullshit is that Disney is even making money off of original ideas, and like how Zootopia made $1 billion and Frozen made $1 billion. And it's like you really have no excuse.
Yeah.
Moana made a ton of money, and that was an original idea. Big Hero 6, that was an original idea. It's like you really have no excuse.
Plus, if you show Lion King to a kid, because it technically is a kid movie. If you show it to a kid, I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 times they'd prefer the animated version to the real life one, just because kids relate more to animations than that. There's just no reason for this to be made. It's laziness. Hollywood has gotten lazy. They're doing this with so many movies, not just this, but there's so many movies like Aladdin too as well. Aladdin, I saw the trailer and I was not a fan.
Well, I do have to admit that at least the new trailer for Aladdin was better than the other one.
Oh yeah,
I really don't like the guy who they got to be Jafar. I really don't like him.
Yeah, Jafar wasn't that good, but Will Smith isn't bad. It's just how will you top Robin Williams? You can't. That's the one thing.
The best thing he could do is at least make it his own, but
what? I would not want to. You see, he talked about Groundhog Day. No, Groundhog Day was perfect with Bill Murray. Who else can you see that movie being good with? No.
That's a movie that does not need a remake either, and it's.
Listen,
I think that the problem.
Why would you want to see a remake of a movie unless it improves from it? Wouldn't you want to see like another movie instead? Like I really enjoyed Get Out because it was original, and Us because it was original, and all these new original movies that are coming out.
But
I'm
yeah,
tired of rehashing. Also, okay, Eric, quick question. What do you think about Top Gun that they're making a sequel? At least it's a sequel, so it's
it is a little late, but at least
a
it's a
little,
sequel in
only like
my
30 something years.
yeah, like 30 years. I mean, it is a shame that the original director won't be coming back because he
Oh, of
committed
course.
suicide.
Yeah.
But I will be interested in seeing it. But
I'm looking forward to it just because Top Gun I like a lot, so.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Yeah, it's really long. um, yeah, I would not want to remake a Groundhog Day. I would not want. Do not remake good old movies. If you want to remake an old movie, remake a crappy one and make it good. Like
But I have
another perfect example is this, Eric. The original is so bad. When you watch it, when I was younger, I thought it was better.
The original's pretty cheesy.
Yeah, it's cheesy. And then when I saw Creed was great. Creed is not a remake though. It's a completely new idea.
Right.
So when I saw the original I didn't like it. But I saw the that just came out and I thought they improved on it and they had it was more creepier. It was better. And that's fine, you know?
But I heard that they're going to be doing a remake of Cujo, and the fact that Cujo is now going to be like a government dog, from what I've heard.
Like Stephen, oh really?
Like, really?
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's stupid in my opinion.
It really is. Stephen King didn't like the original It, so that's awesome. Creed was a great idea, good way to sequel, but also, yeah, it's a sequel though. It's not. I'm not against sequels starting a franchise, but I'm against remakes. I feel like it's lazy, especially if it's shot for shot remake and you're not adding anything new.
Right. It's like that, it's like that you are making money, like that you're making a profit off of copying somebody else's work.
Exactly.
It's like, I mean, that's the same thing as like saying that like you're gonna copy and paste somebody else's project like for like a for like a for
And
like a project
Creed?
at school.
Creed was done by Rocky, who did the other Rockies. It was done by Sylvester Stallone. So it's perfectly fine. It's done by the same guy. So it's okay. Like it's his story.
Yeah, and
it's based on his characters. That's what I mean.
But yeah,
and he was okay with it, so that's okay. And Creed is completely different. Jurassic Park. Okay, Jurassic Park. I like the Lost. What was the first one called? Lost World.
The first one was Jurassic Park. The second was
no. The first one out of the new trilogy.
Oh, out of the new trilogy, the first one was Jurassic World, and
Jurassic World. Okay, Jurassic World. I liked. The second one, I did not like at all. Fallen Kingdom.
I mean, it's the second one's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. It's like, yeah, it has serious problems, but it is entertaining. But yeah, it definitely has its flaws, like that whole infamous scene where they are selling dinosaurs.
No, that was so bad. It was not watchable when they were selling the dinosaurs.
But yeah, I mean, could you imagine buying like a dinosaur? And the fact that, what do you think dinosaurs like would sell for a lot more than that? I mean, it's a live dinosaur.
They were trying to say that you can use dinosaurs as like weapons, and this is the reason.
That's stupid.
Which is dumb. Yeah, like no. Yeah. So basically, I liked the first two Jurassic Parks, and then I didn't like the third one, and then
that one was terrible.
I liked Jurassic World, but then I didn't like anyone after that. I agree with you, Sports Reaction. Jurassic World and Jurassic are great, and the other sequels are average to bad. I agree with that. Creed was good because the Russian was cool. Yeah, Creed is completely different. I liked Creed because it was a continuation, but it wasn't a remake.
And where do you think that they will go for the where do you think that they'll go for the story for the third Jurassic World?
I think they're just repeating what the other Jurassic Parks did, kind of. Now that
Yeah,
the
pretty much. I mean, if you noticed, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was pretty much a remake of The
yeah,
Lost World, and Jurassic World was pretty much a remake of the first Jurassic
that's
Park.
exactly what it is. I've realized that myself. It's just with the new cast and all that.
I mean, I do think that dinosaurs living on the mainland, it sounds like a very, very
It's happened
interesting
though.
concept.
It's
What?
okay. It's happened in Lost World when they were together at the end.
Hmm.
So this sounds like a cool concept, but for some reason, Jurassic Park does not know how to execute this.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be as bad as Jurassic Park 3, though.
You say that, but you never know.
I sure hope not. Let's knock on wood.
What's your relation? We've known each other for almost 10 years. Hey, Aqua, what's up? We know each other almost 10 years off YouTube. We did collaborations. We've done a lot of
On the
videos together.
review
We've done a
crew
lot of
100.
yeah. The Review Crew 100. We have a lot of the same friends and all that. It was
Yeah.
great to see John Ferrera again because I lost his YouTube account. I didn't know.
Right, and it also was odd about how he vanished for like the longest time, and I was wondering, okay,
What did he
what
do?
the I don't really know. Like, so when he came back, I actually messaged him saying, "Hey, so why were you gone for so long?" And he didn't respond. I think it's
Mhm.
probably something personal,
All right.
and he probably just didn't want to say, which is fine. I mean, I
Well, I
can't
think
blame him.
he got a divorce or something. Anyway,
Yeah, that's probably what happened. But
yeah. Let's see.
yeah, hey Simba, hey Simba.
So yeah, basically, I just want to wrap up on Lion King. My final thoughts are not looking forward to the film, but we'll watch it just because I have to. Anyway, what's your
Personally, I personally was hoping that they would have cast Will Ferrell as Timon, and I think that they should have cast John C. Reilly as Pumbaa.
really?
Yeah.
You don't like Seth Rogen, I guess, that
Well,
much.
and I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Seth Rogen. It's just Seth Rogen just wasn't my first choice.
Yeah,
But at the same time, though, I do think that Seth Rogen is very, very fitting for. I think that he is very fitting for Pumbaa, but I haven't ever heard of Billy Eichner.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
Uh,
never heard of him.
Damien Estrada says last Jurassic Park was more about teaching black marketing, but we already know all that stuff. We already know that that's illegal, human trafficking, and all that. We know that already. Like, who doesn't know that? BF. All right, take care, Sports Reaction. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Damien, that's not like a lesson that needs to be learned. Everybody knows that lesson. If that was a lesson that Jurassic Park was going for, then it failed.
Maybe they're trying to be like metaphorical for it, about how like the first Jurassic Park was about how you don't mess with nature,
Hmm.
and then Jurassic Park 3 didn't really have any sort of meaning. It pretty much was about how you just don't be a moron.
Yeah.
And Lion King was about responsibility and death and so and so.
Right, right. Um, Damn. Yeah, so Lion King, I guess we both can agree that we're not really looking forward to it.
But we will at least give it a chance.
Yeah, of
I
course.
mean, I mean, I don't want to be like Darnell about how he was like with Halloween 2018 about he never even gave the movie a
Oh
chance.
yeah, no. If the movie's good, I'll say it's good, but it's not gonna. To me, it's not. It's not gonna change anything.
Right. It's just that, the new one is definitely not going to replace the original.
Look, the original is the one that we saw when we were kids. So
Right.
how are you gonna replace that? I don't know.
And then, it's because of that is why that we're so concerned about this remake. It's the fact that the original actually meant something to us back when we were kids.
The original was so iconic. It was bigger than film itself. It was like it has lessons in it. It's just there's so many things about Lion King.
The and that and the music is so powerful in it.
Yeah, and the emotions that are in that movie. It's just one of the best movies Disney has ever made, and the fact that Disney is doing it's just kind of sad. Like,
It is, and it's sad. It's because of the fact that the original Lion King was actually a risk,
yeah,
and they actually thought that Pocahontas was going to be a bigger hit. So then therefore they had the A team work on Pocahontas and the B team work on Lion King. But then what was ironic was that Lion King ended up getting better reviews, was a bigger hit, while Pocahontas only got mediocre reviews and it wasn't as
the
big of a hit.
remakes are for millennials, basically. Well, the thing is the originals are so classic. You could play them for millennials. Well, first
Right.
of all, I don't think they're for millennials. I think they're for the generation after millennials because technically me and Eric are millennials and we don't care for remakes like that.
Right.
Um, yeah, but they could just rewatch. They could just watch the original. They'd be fine. I think they'd like it.
Yeah. And it's because the original stood the test of time. I mean, you could show that movie to
Anybody right now.
I mean, who could show it? I mean, who could show that to any generation?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. And the fact, I just think it works best in the animated form. I don't need a live action for that movie.
Right. We really don't. But
It is what it is now at this point. And Sean Favreau doing it, yeah, I like it because he's pretty good and he did a good job with the other ones, but I just don't think he needed to do this. And like I said, I'm not against all remakes.
right. I mean, there are some remakes that I like. I like the Hills Have Eyes remake. I like
Judge
Dawn
Dredd,
of the Dead and Judge
it's
Dredd. I also don't mind the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as the original, but it was okay.
Yeah, I mean I could watch it, but
Yeah.
I also like the It remake.
Halloween remake wasn't bad either. Honestly, it wasn't bad. The 2008 was not bad.
I mean, I mean it's not as good as the original.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it was
it's like,
okay. It wasn't like horrible.
but yeah, but it's because that they're remaking Lion King. It's like, now what's next? Are they gonna remake Jaws or The Godfather?
I
But yeah,
hope not.
Jaws. That's a movie I hope that they never ever remake it, because if they do it, I mean, the shark's gonna be all CGI, and then they'll show the shark too much, which
Yeah.
will ruin the whole effect.
Look, I could understand if Lion King was a live action film and they remade it live action. Okay, but they took an animated film. He says the original is for older people to claim in our generation. The remakes are. I don't agree with that 100%. I agree with that to some degree, but not for Lion King. Because that's the point of a classic. Point of classic is it transcends time. You can watch it anytime and it's still good.
But
You can
yeah,
watch Lion King. It's supposed to be you can watch Lion King in 2080 and still like it. Like that's what it's supposed to
right.
be. Yeah.
And it's just fact, it's just that powerful of a movie. And even worse is like that they is like that they is like that they it's like that they downgraded themselves, like from Jeremy Irons, for lack of better words. It's like
Eric
it's
is
like
just Eric, I feel like you're so mad about the Jeremy Irons thing.
I am, is because Jeremy Irons is Scar.
Yeah.
Nobody else can play him.
Well,
And I mean, it's just not the same anymore. It's
well,
like that.
on July 19th, you better get ready for this new guy. I don't know his name. I don't know how to say it, but
Chuato Ejiofor.
I like how you know how to say it perfectly, but I won't even try.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's a bad person all because he's replacing Jeremy Irons, but it's just, I'm
He's doing
sorry,
his job.
buddy. Yeah, it's like he's doing his job. I understand that, but I'm sorry, he's not Jeremy Irons. He's just not. It's like I can go on and on about that, but It gets
Okay,
right
Eric is
nuts.
more upset than Jeremy Irons. I'm upset that they're remaking this just in general.
Well, I mean, I'm upset about both. It's like, okay, fine, but it's like,
I feel like if they had Jeremy
if you're
Irons,
gonna remake it,
okay,
bring
if,
back
Eric,
Jeremy
if they had
Irons.
Eric, if they had Jeremy Irons, I just think you'd be fine with this movie then.
Well, I wouldn't be as mad, but even
Yeah,
then, it's still a pointless remake.
yeah. Um, yeah, Damien, if you have any questions for us, you can ask us too. We'll
But
answer.
yeah, it's like, to me, doing a remake of The Lion King, that's like saying that you're gonna do a remake of the Holy Bible. It's
Yeah,
like, good luck with that.
yeah, it's true. It's just like you said, it wasn't supposed to be that good, but it turned out to be amazing. Turned out to be a classic, and it's a Hamlet. How many times do we need to see it again?
But yeah, and it's just that we already know how the whole entire movie is going to play out.
Yep.
We know, oh, Simba
Because
as a cub. Oh, Scar killed his dad. Oh, he meets Timon and Pumbaa. Oh, he comes back and he kicks Scar's ass. He's king again. Voila.
whoa, Damien, I disagree with you. There's a
What can you
lot of
say?
remakes that suck, not just Ocean 11. There's a lot of remakes that are terrible. Hey, Shandy, what's up? Nightmare on Elm Street was terrible to remake. Um, not American Psycho. Psycho was bad with Vince
Oh
Vaughn.
yeah. I mean, the one change that they made was that they thought it would be a good idea to have a scene of Norman Bates playing with this Twinkie.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like, great. Now I know how he moans, and now I know how he groans. Great change, everybody, of having a scene of Norman Bates masturbating. Great change, everybody. Now I know how he sounds like when he's playing with his giblets.
Watching
And
Nightcrawler.
and
Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is a great movie. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I loved him, and I love the fact. So I had a question about this. What do you think about Jake Gyllenhaal being the villain in the Spider-Man movie?
I think that's very interesting. It's because of the fact that Jake Gyllenhaal was actually supposed to replace Tobey
Yes,
Maguire
he was
in
supposed to replace
Spider-Man
Tobey
2.
Maguire in case anything happened to him. He was the backup Spider-Man.
So yeah, so that's very, very interesting. It's like that now he finally has a chance to be in a Spider-Man movie.
Hmm. But he's the villain. He's not Spider-Man.
Right. And so that's really interesting. And
I want Paul Giamatti as Rhino, man. We never got to see it. I want to see
well,
it.
we barely did for like what, like a few minutes in the beginning, and then for like what, a minute at the very end. I mean, they wasted such a talented actor.
Yeah, the fact that I love Jake Gyllenhaal, I think he is immensely talented, and I'm really looking forward to him being the villain. To see how he does with the Spider-Man movie.
I am too. I like his new suit. I do look forward to the movie. I also look forward to, okay, so how are they going to play out with the whole thing about Aunt May now knowing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? I am pretty sure like that they will make like a ton of jokes about that.
What do you think about Endgame sneak peek leaks? Oh, I haven't paid attention to any of the sneak peek
I
leaks.
haven't either. It's like I did
I'm
not
trying
want
to
to
go
have
into
that
the movie like
spoiled at
completely.
all.
I've honestly not even seen all the trailers. I've seen probably one trailer, and that's it.
Yeah, I did too. It's just I just don't want to have that movie get ruined for me.
Yeah, and so he says Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. I am really looking forward to him as the bad guy in Spider-Man. The fact
I
that
am too.
Aunt May knows that he's Spider-Man, I don't know how much it's gonna change because I feel like he's not. It's called Far From Home, so he's not gonna be home for the most part, Eric.
Right.
So that means Aunt May will be in the movie, but very small parts, I think.
But yeah,
Your favorite guy,
one
John
thing.
Favreau, will be in the movie, though.
Oh yeah, probably yeah, and but yeah, I think that John Favreau probably will have like a cameo of some sort. I think that he's probably gonna have like a cameo as one of like the animals, like maybe as like a Rhino or something, or
What? No, Rhino is Paul Giamatti. Okay. Do you
oh,
think?
oh, I first I thought you were talking about Jon Favreau having like a I thought you were talking about him having like a cameo in like the Lion King remake.
No, but he is he. You know, Jon Favreau has been in the Avengers, and now he's going
Yes.
to be in Spider-Man.
Yeah. He also even had like a cameo in Spider-Man: Homecoming. I
It's
forgot
so
his character's name.
it's so funny how much he's changed. Like he was a comedian actor, and then he switched into this. It's great stuff. So, do you think Marvel will put some lawsuits on these people who are leaking their movies? They should.
They oh yeah, they should. They really should.
Um, Instead of saying Marvel, we should just say Disney.
But yeah, I mean, to think that Jon Favreau, he pretty much is the reason why we have the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, he started it with Iron Man.
Man, if it wasn't for Iron Man, we would have never had Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, any of that.
This is my thing. The best choice Marvel ever did was choosing Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, definitely. And to think that originally it was going to be Tom Cruise.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be against that. I love Tom Cruise.
But
Robert Downey Jr. is better than Tom Cruise for the role, but I think Tom Cruise could do anything.
But yeah, but I am happy that they.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. No, because Robert Downey Jr. has the look and he has the way he acts just like Iron Man.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. though, he was going through alcoholism before. He was going through a tough time. So
yeah, and also, and not just that, but he also has like a bad history. He also has like a bad past of like crime and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very shocked to hear that, and I also was shocked to hear that not just Robert Downey Jr., but also was even Tim Allen.
Oh
he
no.
also has a
Tim Allen would have been horrible.
Well, no. What I meant by Tim Allen actually has like a very, very bad past of like getting a.
I thought you meant Tim Allen playing Iron Man.
Tim Allen's Iron Man? Oh hell no.
Yeah, Tim Allen. A lot of actors have this, but yeah, Tim Allen had a horrible past. Actually, really bad with drinking and stuff. What y'all think of The Boys being a rated R movie on? What's The Boys?
Yeah, I haven't even heard of it.
Robert Downey Jr. is like an American James Bond. No, I don't think so. I don't think he is the American James Bond. Who is the American James Bond? I don't think it's him though. Oh, let's switch to James Bond. So James Bond, it's gonna end. Who do you think should be the next James Bond?
I can definitely tell that Daniel Craig, after watching Spectre, he just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, he's stepping down. So who should be the next one?
I think it would be cool to see Henry.
Yes. I think I brought this up in the last movie talk that he should definitely. Henry Cavill should definitely be it.
I also think it would be cool to see Idris Elba.
Yeah, that's never happening.
Yeah, it's not going to happen though, but I do think it would be cool.
Tom Hardy would also be a great thing. Tom Ellis, I don't know if Tom Ellis would be that great.
Somebody even said Tom Hiddleston. I'm sorry, I don't see that. I don't see that at all.
Yeah, no way Tom Ellis either though. But yeah, Tom Hardy I love Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's he's so entertaining, and like every movie I watch, he's like such a great part of it. I know you didn't watch Venom. Okay, Venom the movie wasn't that great itself, but he did a good job.
Yeah, Tom Hardy, I can see it, but at the same time though, I do.
Russell Brand as James Bond? Hell no! Are you kidding me? No, James Bond has to be he has to be smooth, and I don't think Russell Brand is
Russell
dead.
Brand, no, I'm sorry, but just no. I do think it would be cool if they went with somebody who isn't known.
Yeah, that's not happening. Because James Bond is such a big franchise, it has to be somebody that's known.
But yeah, I
Russell
also
Brand is
heard
a tool.
that Daniel Craig wasn't that well known when he was cast, and now he's I mean, of course he's famous now, but yeah,
Daniel Craig was known in Britain. He just wasn't known here in the U.S.
right,
And James Bond is more of a British thing anyway. So,
right.
um, yeah, that was that. Anything else you want to talk about? Like any movies you want to talk about or any topics?
If you were to cast the genie in the Aladdin remake, even though that it's very unnecessary, but if you had to cast it, who would you have cast?
I think Will Smith is a good choice. I have no problem with. I have no problem with Will Smith. I really don't.
But if you had to cast
If
somebody
I had
else,
to cast myself, you're saying?
yeah,
Oh, that's hard. Maybe a Tim Allen, to be honest. If he could be like the old Tim Allen,
right,
because Tim Allen he was really funny back in the day.
right,
Um,
and you don't really see him in anything anymore.
I
The
know
only thing-
it's so sad because honestly, you're gonna laugh at this, but Home Improvement and Toy Story and all that, I love that, and he was so good, and I think he could do a good portrayal of the genie.
I never would have thought of Tim Allen, but it's a very interesting choice.
Yeah, like who would you have picked?
I personally would have picked Jim Carrey, because the
Oh
fact
yeah.
that he can sing and the fact that he is hilarious.
Oh, I love Jim Carrey. Oh, I would have loved that too.
I even saw on IMDb that before that they officially cast Will Smith, they were deciding either Will Smith or to have Gabriel Iglesias as the genie.
Oh God, I'm happy it's not Gabriel Iglesias.
I mean, he's funny, but I just think he would have been wrong for the part.
And he has no acting experience, so that's the reason why I wouldn't want him.
Right.
I love Gabriel Iglesias' stand-up comedy, and I think he's really funny. But
Yeah,
I also
but
need
he would have been wrong.
like a little bit of experience of acting, but he has none. They should have done a virtual genie with Robin Williams' voice. Robin Williams has sadly passed away, so I don't know how they would do that.
But yeah, and the fact is, if you're gonna do a remake, you should make it its own thing anyway with the genie. I mean, you don't want to copy you don't want to copy Robin Williams.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I even saw that they're gonna be doing a live action Lady and the Tramp.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's like, do we have to do a live action version of everything now? It's like, are you gonna do one now on like what, the Aristocats next, or Oliver and Company?
With Disney, you never know, man. You just
They probably would. I mean, if they're doing Lion King, they'll do anything.
you know this Lady and the Tramp is coming out, right? You know this, right?
Yes.
And that was sad. Also, so the one thing about Disney is they bought Fox Studios. They have become the biggest, I think, movie studios now. Disney. Jonah Hill for Jonah Hill for genie. Use a hologram genie. No, you can't use a hologram. If you're making it live action, you got to show them. What were you saying, Aaron?
I wouldn't have ever thought of Jonah Hill as the genie.
He would have been. I have no problem if he was the guy. He's funny. I mean, he could do it. I could see him doing it. But if you're gonna go Jonah Hill, then I can also say like Seth Rogen. I think he's hilarious. But I think Will Smith was good because he knows how to be funny and be dramatic, and he's just a good actor. Like I like Will Smith.
Right.
I can't say anything bad about Will Smith. It's hard. I feel like he's in a very tough role because he has to try to do Robin Williams, but he knows he can't. But maybe he'll add something new that we like. I hope that he does. Before Lion King, Aladdin was one that I found out that they were remaking, and I was very upset.
Man, it's also interesting that
The first movie Eric saw in the movie theater was Aladdin, so
yeah, and so I'm nervous about that one. And it's also weird how they got Guy Ritchie to direct it.
that was weird. They got a guy who does like gangster movies to direct.
Right, to do Aladdin?
I know.
I mean, maybe he wants to mix it up, but that's just...
Oh, Mina Masood or whatever his name is playing Aladdin. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that they cast an unknown, and it actually does look the part.
Yeah.
Which helps, but and he can sing, and it's... What'd you think of the one part in the trailer, like where the bird was like a giant bird?
Yeah.
Jafar's bird. Yeah, wasn't that kind of weird how he was like a giant bird in that one chase scene?
That's another thing. There's no with the bird. Yeah, that was weird. But there's no Gilbert Gottfried either. There's just a lot of people I like that are not in this.
But yeah, and yeah, I mean, I think we've gone on enough about those Disney
he said Drew Carey. No, Drew Carey as Genie. Hell no.
Drew Carey? Interesting.
I think Eric likes this choice.
I never thought of that, but I think I do prefer Will Smith.
Oh, of course. Will Smith.
Yeah,
Will Smith.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around that.
Will Smith is the safe choice. I'm happy with it. Just like how I'm happy that Mark Hamill is Chucky's voice. I'm happy with it. I have no issue with it.
I do think that out of all people, I think that he was the safest choice.
Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Hamill being the Chucky's voice was, I think, safe and pretty good because he did Joker, and not that he's similar to Chucky, but they're both creepy, and I think he could pull it off. I think Mark Hamill is a really good voice actor.
Right, and honestly, it's because of Mark Hamill is why I actually want to see the remake in theaters. I just want to see how he's gonna pull it off. But isn't that kind of weird how Chucky's now like a robot doll and he's not possessed by Charles Lee Ray anymore?
Yeah. I hate that fact. I liked when he was possessed.
I do too. It's like I understand they want to keep it with the times, but couldn't you have him be like a Wi-Fi doll and also have him be possessed by Charles Lee Ray too?
John Goodman, no. John Goodman, no, not for Genie.
John Goodman as the Genie?
Eric is just okay with anybody playing the Genie at this point.
I know he can sing, but
I can't see it. I don't know.
It's weird. I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. I like John Goodman, but
It's interesting. Oh, here's one that will really blow your mind. Jeff Goldblum as the Genie.
No, I wouldn't want it. I love Jeff Goldblum, but no. Carlos Mencia, no. I wouldn't want these guys.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, no. I just don't think that's a good choice.
I don't think it is either. I'm just trying to throw out names.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That made me remember something. So originally, Jeff Goldblum was actually not going to be Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park. You will not believe who it was originally going to be.
Who?
Jim Carrey.
I think I heard that actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that weird that Jim Carrey was almost Ian Malcolm?
You said Jeff Goldblum as Aladdin? No. What?
Aladdin?
Aladdin is a young kid.
Maybe when Jeff Goldblum like decades ago.
No, still he doesn't have like the tan skin. He doesn't have a lot of characteristics.
Yeah, no, just no.
I'm tired of The Rock.
Yeah, he's in everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it, but but it's just kind of cliche. this point.
Will Smith is a better actor than The Rock, so I would go with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Smith was a good choice. Like, safe choice. So you want to go safe with these type of movies because if anything, you could be like, well, we thought Will Smith was going to be funny and, if anything goes wrong. And I don't think Will Smith's going to mess it up. That's the one thing. I have faith in Will Smith. I really do. I think he's good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that he will pull it off fine. And trying to think of who else would be interesting to see as the genie. Oh, here's one.
But
Jack Black.
no.
That would
Jack
be
Black
weird.
he would be the over the top genie. It wouldn't. No, it would. That would not work.
Yeah, it would be weird. Kevin Hart.
No, Shaq. Shaq is a horrible actor.
Oh yeah, please. Please no
Kevin Hart, no. Kevin Hart is too funny to be the genie.
Too funny.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. I can't think of it anybody else. But yeah, Will Smith was their.
Will Smith was a good choice, man.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, and it's also like interesting how they got the same girl like who played like the Pink Power Ranger as Jasmine.
Yeah, that was funny.
Speaking of Power Rangers, have you seen that last Power Rangers movie?
No, did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm not like a huge Power Rangers fan. So how was that movie?
I liked it. It had a few problems. Like there was some very forced advertisement of like the Krispy Kreme in it. But other than that, I actually like the movie. And the only thing I don't like how the Megazord looked, and I do kind of wish that the suits would have looked a little bit more like the suits from the show. But other than that, I mean, they took itself a lot more seriously than in the show. It's because if you've seen the Power Rangers TV show,
I have seen that.
Cheesy. It's pretty cheesy.
Oh my god, it's so cheesy. Yeah. Andy Samberg. No, I wouldn't want him either.
But I have to admit, like, even though the show is cheesy, the theme song is badass.
The what's badass?
The theme song.
Oh yeah, go Power Rangers. Yeah. Oh my god, Eric, did you see Pet Sematary?
I've been wanting to, but I haven't yet. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I've reviewed it.
Oh yeah, you did a review.
Yeah, and I would tell you to skip it or wait until it's bad, man.
Why was it so bad?
You have to wait forever for like it to start getting like to that scary part, and then it doesn't even pay off. The ending, it just goes to black. It's a lot of stuff that will just get you. You know what pisses me off? That would be like your next topic. Like,
right.
There's just a lot of things wrong with that movie. I did a spoiler-free review, so you could watch it to get like better analysis. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shandy says there's a cool metal version of the Power Rangers theme.
But yeah, and it is kind of a shame that new Power Rangers didn't do as well at the box office. It's probably because that they released it at the same time of the live action Beauty and so then therefore you know it had a lot of competition. So I think that kind of hurt it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should start to wrap this up. So, do you have any more final thoughts?
David Cross looks like the genie.
Excuse me. Never thought of that.
Okay, so Avengers comes out next week. Do you have your tickets for Avengers yet?
I haven't, but I probably should.
You should. They're probably all sold out where you are by now.
I can look, but yeah,
But then
I
again,
probably
you
should.
live like in a small town, right?
I actually do live in like the largest location in Montana. So I mean,
Oh, guys, sold out.
but yeah, it probably is. But I can at least maybe see it the
Are
weekend
you
after.
planning to do a review on the Avengers?
Yes.
Okay. Um. So yeah, this is something we could talk about. Let's do a preview of Avengers. Do you see anybody dying in this movie that we like?
Yes, I think it's going to be Captain America. It's because of the fact that Chris Evans'
Yeah, I
contract
agree.
is
Captain America
now up.
is done. You know what's funny? Before we get to that, I heard you and John Ferreira in that podcast talking about that. Nobody was thinking Captain America was dying except you, and I was 100% with you. I think he is good as gone.
I mean, there also is a chance like that Iron Man might
Oh,
also
Iron Man
die
too.
too.
Well, I think both of them are gone.
But
See
yeah,
you later,
it's
Shandy. Hmm.
Robert said like he's done too. So I mean,
Who?
there's a pretty good chance. But but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, when the movie comes out, me and you should do a podcast on it.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Definitely gonna do a review on it as well. Sinbad as Genie. No, that would have been awful. Sinbad as Genie. Are you kidding me?
Whatever happened to Sinbad anyway?
He can't do anything. Nobody wants him to do anything. It's so funny. Like you think about a lot of these actors that we grew up with when we were children. Most of them are gone.
They pretty much are.
Yeah, like it's all these new people that have come up.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tobey Maguire, what is he doing? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, like he pretty much vanished too.
Yeah, and he was Spider-Man.
I mean, who would think that because of like that he's Spider-Man,
He'd
you
get
know,
roles.
the fact that he would be around still, but
Mhm.
nope. And even the same thing about Hayden Christensen. I mean, he was in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, but Hayden Christensen is not a good actor. So I get that
No,
one.
he's not. So that's probably why.
Yeah, he's doing stand-up comedy shows. Oh wow.
But
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, no, a lot of the people. Uh, like, oh, I had to ask you this. Jim Carrey in Sonic movie. What do you think? As soon as Eggman.
he was not my first choice, but I think that goes to show like
You know
the
who would have been
direction.
my first choice and only choice for Eggman would have been Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, he was my choice too, and I also would have went with Anthony Hopkins.
Oh yeah, that would have been great too.
I can see them both doing it, but Jim Carrey, that only goes to show like that they're not trying to take themselves too seriously.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Like Sonic, what do you think is gonna happen with that?
Sonic looks pretty creepy from all
Yeah,
the
exactly.
designs. It's like, is it really that hard to just take the design from the games and just give him fur?
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like when you make him look too realistic, part of his charm is now gone.
Eric, did you watch wrestling when you were younger, like WWE and stuff like that?
I did. I watched some of it in high school. I
Okay, so
remember I liked
you obviously know who
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is, right? So
Yeah,
what do you think about Chris Hemsworth? The fact that he's gonna be the next Hulk Hogan.
I could definitely see him pulling it off. I think that out of all actors to do it, I think that he is the
He's
one
so
for
good.
it.
You know, it's so funny. He's so good, but his brother Liam is like useless. He doesn't do anything.
Right. It's like that he tries to get himself into these big franchises,
Yeah,
but they haven't been as big as, the ones
he was in
like
Hunger Games, and he didn't do anything after that that I know of.
but yeah, and Hunger Games, honestly, I thought that series was a little bit overhyped and a little bit overrated.
Yeah, I like the concept though, although it's been done before.
Right. I mean, the concept's cool, but I,
Yeah.
I just think that the movie itself could have been done a little bit
Well, I
better.
thought Jennifer Lawrence did a good job in that movie, and I like Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's one of the best actresses we have right now.
Right, man. It seems like the only thing that she has going for her now is the fact that she's an X-Men, but that series is probably
Oh,
going to
we
come
didn't
to an
even get.
end.
No, Eric, you can't go. We have to talk about X-Men. That's what I really wanted to talk about today too. Before
Oh,
you
it's
go,
Dark
we have
Phoenix.
to talk Dark Phoenix. Okay, what you saw? Did you see the trailer of Dark Phoenix?
I haven't, but from what I've heard, people are saying like that the movie's pretty bad.
But I don't think it's that bad. I think the concept is cool. All right, they have somebody in X-Men who is powerful enough to kill them all, and she goes crazy at times. And I like the actress they got to play Dark Phoenix.
Yeah,
Um,
I do too, but I just
I think you gotta watch the trailer, Eric. I was against it at first. I saw the trailer and I thought it was okay. The
yeah,
concept I like. The execution, we'll see how that's done in the movie.
yeah, like isn't this going to be the final movie in this X-Men universe, like before they reboot it for the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I'm sorry, Damien said Hulk Hogan. He said Chris Hemsworth looks nothing like Hulk Hogan. And if they're doing Hulk Hogan, they should have his son to be him. Chris Hemsworth could look like him. I could see how they would do it, like with makeup and stuff.
Right.
Um, yeah. So, what did you think of Dark Phoenix, though? Your thoughts on it so far? Whatever you know of it.
I will give it a chance, but
I mean, James
I'll
McAvoy.
be cautious
How
about
bad
it.
could it be, right? I mean,
I mean, it
X-Men
can't be as
Apocalypse
bad as
was
Batman and Robin.
yeah, like X-Men Apocalypse was bad, but it was like okay, like it wasn't the worst movie. Did you see X-Men Apocalypse?
I have not. I heard it was pretty bad.
It wasn't. It was like if you were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, most people would give it like a 6. Like that's not that bad.
Yeah, people were saying that was a huge step down from Days of Future Past,
Of
which I
course,
did see that.
Days of Future Past was amazing. Like, how do you can't create lightning twice? Like what?
And yeah, I just think that Bryan Singer like that. I think that he just
I think they should have
ran
stopped
out of
after
his
X-Men
juice.
Days of Future Past. That movie was that good.
But
Bro,
yeah, I am curious to see it. But I'll be curious as if they actually will try to wrap up the whole franchise in that movie.
yeah.
Do you think that they will?
I don't know if this will be the last X-Men movie. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, well, like I heard that this will be the last one in the.
My biggest problem with it is that it's called just Dark Phoenix. Also, it should have been called X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Wasn't there going to be like a X-Men horror film like with one of the guys from Stranger Things?
I just think, yeah, I think so.
Well, whatever happened to that?
My biggest problem is that Bryan Singer is not doing this. They got a new guy, Simon Kinberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see Bryan Singer do it. I mean, this guy did some other movies that were pretty interesting, but
But yeah, but do you know of anything about what happened to that one horror X movie that they were gonna make?
no, I don't know.
Let's find out.
I just feel like it got canceled.
Well,
Like Halloween 3D.
For it. There actually was a trailer for it, but then they never released it.
Hey, Eric, don't you want Halloween 9?
Now you're starting to sound like Darnell.
I know. I just like Halloween 9. What could they have done?
They could have maybe gone with the son of Dr. Sam Loomis, but it's just the problem is a sequel to Resurrection. It's like
wait, Sam Loomis was dead in Halloween.
Nobody wants a sequel to Resurrection. I mean, that movie was terrible.
I did not. I was after Resurrection. I was like, this is the time where they should reboot this, but do it correctly. Dark
Okay,
Phoenix
so
looks cheesy at the beginning. Yeah, the rest is good. Like it's actually a decent trailer. But anyway, what were you saying about Halloween?
going back to X-Men. Okay,
Oh,
okay. So the film I was talking about is actually the New Mutants,
oh, okay.
and it was supposed to be released in 2016 or 17, but they delayed it to August of this year.
Mhm.
But yeah,
What's it called?
how do you feel about that one?
What's the name of the movie?
Huh?
What's the name of the movie?
The horror X-Men film, it is called The New Mutants.
The New Mutants.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be coming out this year. It stars
Oh, sorry,
from
it's a
what I,
girl from Game of Thrones.
yeah, and it's also gonna have Antonio Banderas as one of the
Oh my
villains.
God. Yo, talk about actors that haven't done anything in so long.
Right. Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
When was the last time they seen him in anything besides Shrek?
I don't know. Halloween will never die. That's true. Halloween will never die.
Never will. Halloween is a franchise, and it's gonna go on for all eternity.
Yeah. But Darnell will be upset because they didn't make a Halloween 9.
You just
What did
can't
he
please
want?
everybody.
Did he want Michael Myers in space like how we got Jason in space or something?
Well, that was the concept they had for Halloween 6, like that. Apparently, Quentin Tarantino wanted to put Michael Myers in space.
Oh my God.
It's like, really? It's like, that's where horror franchises go to die. Like, Leprechaun and Critters, Jason. It's like, just no, just please, just. It's like, that's a bad idea.
No, I agree 100% with that. Hey, are you guys ready for Joker in the Smash Bro game? I didn't know he was in. I don't play Smash Bros, but I didn't know he was in that game.
I didn't know either.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Joker. What did you think of the Joker trailer?
The trailer, I think, looks awesome. It
Right.
looks incredible. I
Me
am
too.
excited to see Joaquin Phoenix. I think it will make up for. I
I
definitely
think,
do think it will make up for Jared Leto.
yeah, and to say this again, I don't think it's fully on Jared Leto. I don't think it's 100% his fault that his Joker flopped and
It
failed.
was just the stuff that he was given to.
Yeah,
work
I think
with.
I really look at what he was given to. Like, if I was him, I would feel really pissed off, and I think he is too, because they didn't give him any lines, and they cut him out from the movie a lot. I heard that his role was supposed to be a lot bigger, but they cut him out. Joaquin Phoenix, when I first heard that he was the Joker, I was excited because this is a talented actor. He already looks kind of crazy. He's played a villain pretty well before in movies, especially in Gladiator.
Right, and
So
so
that was a
we
great
know that
choice.
he can pull it off.
Yeah. I know what I'm getting with Joaquin Phoenix, and I think that he's going to do a really good job, especially with the trailer just reinforced that I think he's going to be. And I like his look also as well. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought his look kind of reminded me a bit of the '60s Joker, which also was kind of mixed in, like the Heath.
What do you think
Ledger
about
version.
the fact that Bruce Wayne is in the movie as a kid?
That is interesting.
The fact that the Joker knew Batman when he was a kid, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is interesting, but at the same time, though, I think it kind of adds more to like the personality. Not personality, like the whole personal aspect.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so do you have any more final? Do you have any more final thoughts?
Yeah. Wait, what's this? What your thoughts on Will Smith and Martin Lawrence doing another Bad Boys?
It's about goddamn time.
They should, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I have no problem with them doing that. Bad Boys.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's taken them so long, but it had to happen sooner or later, I guess.
I mean, I love Will Smith. That's why that's why with him being the genie, I'm fine with it. the fact that they're doing another Bad Boys, I think that's awesome. I also heard, I think they're doing another Men in Black as well, right?
They are, but from my understanding, it's going to be a spinoff. It won't have Tommy Lee Jones and it won't have Will Smith either. It's going to have.
Oh, what's the
Chris
point of
Hemsworth.
that?
But yeah, it's like I don't know
I
why.
don't. Oh,
why?
I see.
Yeah, it's like why
Chris Hemsworth.
new cast?
Chris Hemsworth is gonna be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like are they going back in time or something? Like, what is this?
I think it's a reboot.
Reboot.
I know for the longest time they're trying to have like a Men in Black and 21 Jump Street crossover. But
When will be the next Rush? Is it the next Rush Hour coming out soon? I thought I heard something about that.
I haven't heard anything about that. I know that they
Rush
turned
Hour
into
4.
a.
Yeah, it's in
I
production.
know.
It's in production right now.
I know they made it into a TV series, but I don't think that lasted that very long.
No. There's a Rush Hour 4 in production. They say Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan will reprise their roles. So it's coming out, but I don't know when. There's no release date yet. They're still
They've been
working.
trying to for a while now. I mean, the third one came out in 2007.
Yeah.
So,
That's like what, 12 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much. And so I mean it really is about time.
Yeah.
But yeah, the third one was okay, but yeah, so anyways, do you have any more final
Well, I see Godzilla in the background of your
Yep, a poster.
so
Okay.
funny because like we didn't talk. This is the first time we always talk about Godzilla. This is the first time we haven't talked about Godzilla. So,
Right. And
have you seen? What do you think of the trailer of Godzilla?
I think it looks awesome. I think it will make up for 2014 about how there's barely any fighting or anything in it.
Or barely any Godzilla in
Yeah,
himself.
or barely even Godzilla in general. But yeah, I am excited to see it. The trailer got me hyped, so I think that they're heading into the right.
What do you think of the title, King of the Monsters?
It is a little bit unoriginal. Excuse me. It's because the fact that that was the same subtitle of the Americanized version of the very original, but you know, I guess it works, but I do wish it was a little bit more original.
Hey, what's up, Zane? We're talking about Godzilla. Is it the same guy that made the other Godzilla movie or no?
No, it's actually a new guy. It's actually the same guy who made Krampus.
Oh God. Krampus was an interesting movie.
I liked it, but the only complaint that I have was that I didn't understand the ending.
Yeah.
That was confusing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. What's your thoughts on Pet Sematary? Well, I have a review on Pet Sematary, Damien, so you can check that out.
I haven't seen it yet.
Eric hasn't seen Pet Sematary, which is blasphemy because it's a movie we grew up with, but I honestly hated it. You took a long ass walk? What the hell? Have you seen the movie Christine, Eric?
Yes, I have.
This guy, I haven't seen it, but Nathan Spratt has told me that I gotta watch it. Is this true?
Oh, man, trust me, do it.
Okay. Because Nathan Spratt is one of my subscribers. He told me I should watch Christine, but I saw the trailer and I really didn't like the trailer. I know John Carpenter did it, so that's the only reason why I'm leaning towards watching it.
But yeah, man, it's just sometimes trailers just don't do a film justice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I mean, trust me, you have.
Do you know where I could find this film, by the way?
Amazon.
It's on Amazon?
Yeah, and I also see it, and I also see it all the time at like Walmart and Target.
It's probably like $2 or something because it's old.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Christine is great. You gotta watch it. I know. I was just asking Eric what he thought because he saw it. I never got to see the movie. I've heard of it, of course, and then Nathan I'm talking movies, and he comes in and he talks about it all the time. Like, I swear it's one of his favorite movies of all time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
What
I
would you
say that.
what would you rate that movie on a scale of 1 to 10? Christine.
Well, it is one of my favorite Carpenter movies. I would give it probably. It's not as good as Halloween, but I would give it like an 8 or a 9.
Ooh, damn.
Hmm.
That's high praise right there. Do you think the curse of La Lorena will top the box office? No.
I don't think it will.
Because Shazam is still in theaters, and there's other movies that people are going to see, and horror movies rarely top the box office. Unless they're like Halloween or something big like that, you know?
Yeah, like it and Halloween. Yeah, those ones will, but
I hope
but
it does. That would be awesome if La Lorena came out of nowhere and topped the box office. That movie, Damien, I am gonna watch. So expect a review on it. And Eric, are you gonna watch that movie, by the way, La Lorena?
yeah, I don't see why not.
It comes out this Friday.
All right,
You have to watch it this Friday. Why? Because the next following Friday is Avengers.
right. Yeah. So yeah, I better watch it then. But yeah,
Yeah,
so,
because even if it tops up, let's say it miraculously does it this week, I can guarantee my life that it won't next week, because next week is Avengers.
right. Yeah, and next week it will be pretty obvious as to who will go see it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. What I think we should do, Eric, before you go, right? We should do a preview of Avengers. We just talk Avengers, nothing else.
Right.
But I don't know when you'd be able to do that. When is your next availability?
Maybe sometime later in the day on Monday. Would that work?
Wow, Monday is the next day. Eric is a busy guy.
Uh-huh.
What's going on the weekends, man? You don't have a girlfriend, so what are you doing?
I actually am working over the weekend, and it's also Easter, and I work Friday, and I have family plans on.
No, but Easter is Sunday.
Well, yeah,
What
but I also
about
have,
Saturday?
But I also have like a ton of Easter plans with my family about doing an Easter egg
Yo,
hunt.
though Nathan Price says Avengers is gonna be lit, but the problem with Avengers now, it's everybody has such high expectations. I hope it can live up to that.
But yeah, it's just if not, then
it will be the biggest disappointment of the year.
That it will, and
because no movie has, I think, in my life that I've seen, the only other movie besides this is The Dark Knight, and even that didn't have the hype of this.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a ton of hype for this, and it's going to be hard to fulfill it. But I do have hope that it will. But yeah, so
3 hours, 3-hour movie. Eric, how do you feel about that?
It's interesting. I mean, 3 hours. I
don't drink too much water, or
for a reason.
Don't drink too much water or any drinks, or else you have to go to the bathroom.
Right? Yeah, definitely don't. And yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Next time we will do like a whole podcast on Marvel and
next podcast. What I want to do is Avengers is huge, so I want to definitely talk about Avengers, everything, like just Avengers. That's it. Every superhero, we could go down the list of Avengers and we could just talk, like Captain America, Thor, Hulk, all the people. You know, I hope Captain America don't die. Well, I can not guarantee, but I would say about 80% chance that he dies.
Yeah,
that is how much I believe that he's gonna die. I'm gonna go to a nice theater to see Avengers 4.
But yeah, so anyways, you have any more final thoughts to say?
I just think that movies are so great. I don't want to see any more remakes. Like I said, I want to see new and original ideas.
Stuff.
Huh?
We want to see more original stuff.
Yeah, and I'm happy. Like Avengers, at least coming out, that's original. La Lorena's original. La Lorena is actually based on a true story, so I'm looking forward to that.
Right. I also am excited to see the movie.
How y'all feel about Detective Pikachu?
That is John, yeah, that one too. But yeah, my final thoughts, Detective Pikachu, it looks like what the Sonic movie should
It
have
looks
been,
so stupid.
but I'll give it a chance. But
Of
it is
course.
interesting that they got Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
That's the only reason why I want to see it, is because Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu.
That is interesting. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I think we should call this good.
Eric, you tired?
I am, yeah, and
It's only 9 o'clock where you are.
I know that, but yeah, I've just had a long day, so
I feel pumped up.
but yeah, I want to get some sleep. So we'll do this again on Monday.
Monday. Damn, that sounds so far. Why is that? Monday, what time? 6?
Say around 5.
5. I won't be home till later on. So
Like 6.
6 would have to be it. Yeah.
Okay, that
Like,
works.
6 is perfect for me. Yeah. 6
All
your
right, so
time.
let's do
So
6.
that's 8 my time. Wait, that looks bad. Yeah, it does look. I don't really like it, but Ryan Reynolds is gonna be it.
But yeah, so anyways, you have a fantastic night, man.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care, and thanks for talking movies as always.
Yeah, for sure. Peace, man.
Take care. Welcome back, Zane. What's up? Intruder? I will look it up, Nathan. I can't do it while I'm live. Welcome back, Zane. I hope Space Jam won't be bad. It will be bad. Because LeBron James is in it and not Michael Jordan. Yeah. Aquaman. No Michael Jordan. I know, we need Michael Jordan. Can he just put Michael Jordan in the end? LeBron sucks. I agree. So, any final thoughts? Space Jam is a phony. Want to be sequel? Yeah, definitely. I hope so, Nathan Spry. I'm looking forward to that movie. The second most after Avengers. What's Brett for? Wow. Anyway, guys, what else do you have to say before I go? Is Pet Cemetery good? Nathan, you ask if Pet Cemetery is good. I have a review on my channel. Please check it out, Nathan Spratt. If you have not, I think you saw my movie review of Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Golf version with Tiger Woods. Is the whole movie a remake? Yeah. The whole movie's a remake. That's why it's bad. There's nothing really new. And whatever they did add new sucked. Yeah, Nathan, if I was you, I'd skip the movie. But before you skip the movie, watch my review. You should watch, forget watching that. You should watch La La Reina this weekend. Nathan Spratt. Screw Space Jam 2. Screw it, yes. I agree, Zane Winder. I didn't know about that one. Well, you should watch it. I don't think it could be worse than that movie. Damien, hell no. Hell no. No Jaws movie. Okay? No way. I like some scary movies. Well, it's a scary movie. La La Reina is a scary movie. It's called The Curse of La La Reina. Damien Estrada knows about it a lot too. I will watch The Intruder. Actually, let me mark it so that I know. The Intruder. Oh, I've seen this trailer, I think, before. But I'll rewatch it. No more Jaws movies. Yeah, no more Jaws at all. That's awesome that it's like The Shining. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to watch some trailers, just hang out, relax. Thank you for coming to my movie talk. I'll have another one pretty soon. And a review up of Okay, so these are the reviews upcoming. La La Reina's coming out review. The Dirt is coming out. And also, what else? There may be a trailer reaction to something pretty soon. Maybe the Joker trailer reaction. If you guys have not, I've done Star Wars trailer reaction. Please check it out. I gotta watch Christina as well. And that's it, guys. Free Willy, no. There's a lot of movies that shouldn't be, especially Free Willy, but there's a lot of movies. Anyway, take care, guys. Movie Critic out.